Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something about success. Everybody wants it. Everybody prays for it. Everybody posts about it. But very few people protect it. And if you don't protect your success before it's born, you'll never get to hold it. See, the world we live in today will clap for you and then quietly compete with you. They'll smile in your face and question your moves behind your back. So if you really want to win in life, there are some things you must keep secret. Not because you're fake, not because you're selfish, but because you're serious. Ladies and gentlemen, let me go deeper with you for a moment. When I say keep your big goals secret, I'm not telling you to stop dreaming out loud because dreams are powerful. I'm telling you to understand timing. There is a difference between vision and validation. Too many people share their goals because they want applause before achievement. They want encouragement before effort. They want to feel like they've arrived before they've even started walking. And that right there is dangerous. You see, when you announce a big goal, your brain gets a small reward. People clap. They say, wow, that's amazing. They say, I'm proud of you. And for a moment you feel accomplished, but you haven't done the work yet. That little emotional high can trick you into thinking you've made progress. Talking about the mountain is not the same as climbing it. Posting the dream is not the same as building it. Success does not respond to conversation. It responds to commitment. There's another reason you keep your big goals quiet. Not everybody around you has the capacity to understand your vision. When you share something big, something bold, something beyond your current situation, small-minded people will measure it against your present reality. They'll say, how are you going to do that? They'll say, be realistic. They'll remind you of your past mistakes. They'll list your limitations. And if you're not strong enough, their doubt will start sounding like logic. Their fear will start sounding like wisdom. And before you know it, you'll shrink your dream just to make other people comfortable. A seed does not grow because people are watching it. A seed grows because it's protected under the soil. It develops roots in darkness. It's built strength and silence. Nobody applauds a seed underground. Nobody congratulates it. But when it finally breaks through the surface, everybody notices the tree. Your goals are the same way. In the early stages, they are fragile. They need discipline. They need focus. They need work. They don't need opinions. When you move in silence, something powerful happens. You remove pressure. You remove outside noise. You remove the temptation to perform. You get to fail privately, learn privately, adjust privately. Failure is part of success, but it's easier to recover when the whole world is not watching. When you keep your goals to yourself, you give yourself room to grow without embarrassment. You give yourself space to experiment without judgment. And let me tell you something else. Some people are not clapping for you. They're collecting information. They want to know what you're doing so they can compete with you, copy you, or block you. The less access people have to your plans, the less power they have over your progress. Surprise is strength. When nobody knows your next level, nobody can prepare to stop it. Now, I'm not saying don't have accountability. You need mentors. You need trusted advisors. You need people who genuinely want to see you win. But that circle should be small, very small. Everybody does not deserve front row seats to your destiny. Access is earned, not given. The real flex is not announcing your dream. The real flex is achieving it. The real power move is disappearing for a while and coming back transformed. Let them wonder what you're doing. Let them question your silence. While they're talking, you're building. While they're scrolling, you're studying. While they're doubting, you're developing. And one day, when the results show up, when the goal becomes reality, when the vision turns into something tangible, you won't have to explain anything. You won't have to convince anybody. The proof will speak, so protect your big goals like they're gold. Guard them, work on them, feed them with action, not announcements. Because the quieter you build, the louder your success will sound. Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about keeping your next move secret. There is power in unpredictability. There is strength in silence. And there is strategy in not letting everybody know what you're about to do. Too many people lose before they even start because they announce their next move to people who were never meant to know it. When you tell everybody your strategy, you give away your advantage. In life, in business, in relationships, in personal growth, timing is everything. If people know your next step, they can prepare for it. They can compete with it. They can criticize it. They can try to block it. But when you move quietly, when you operate behind the scenes, you control the narrative, you control the moment, and you control the surprise. See, some people don't want to see you lose. They just don't want to see you win before them. That's a different kind of energy. It's subtle. It smiles at you. It encourages you publicly. But privately, it hopes you slow down. And when you tell them your next move, you give that energy something to work with. You give doubt a target. You give give negativity direction? Why would you hand someone the blueprint to your future? Moving in silence builds focus. When you're not busy explaining yourself, you're busy improving yourself. When you're not defending your plans, you're executing them. There's something powerful about waking up every day with a private mission. No announcements, no updates, just work. Real growth happens when nobody's watching. Real discipline is built when there's no audience. Another thing about keeping your next move secret is this. It protects your confidence. When you speak too soon, you invite opinions. And opinions are heavy. Some are supportive, but many are limiting. If 5 people tell you something won't work and you're not fully grounded in your belief yet, you might start questioning yourself. You might hesitate, you might delay, and hesitation kills momentum. But when you move quietly, your only competition is your own consistency. You're not reacting to outside voices. You're not adjusting based on people's fears. You're building based on your vision. That kind of focus creates results that shock people. It creates progress that looks overnight even though it took months or years behind closed doors. There's also a discipline that comes with silence. When you don't announce your next move, you remove the pressure to perform for approval. You're not chasing likes. You're not chasing validation. You're chasing excellence. And excellence doesn't need witnesses in the preparation stage. It only needs commitment. Surprise is a powerful tool. Think about it. That the biggest victories feel bigger when nobody saw them coming. When people underestimate you, they relax. They don't prepare for you. They don't compete at your level because they don't know your level has changed. That's an advantage you should never give away cheaply. Now understand this clearly. Being silent doesn't mean being secretive out of fear. It means being strategic out of wisdom. There's a difference. Fear hides. Wisdom waits. Wisdom understands that not every room deserves your blueprint. Not every ear deserves your vision. Not every smile deserves your trust. When you master the art of quiet execution, you develop patience, you develop resilience, you develop inner confidence that doesn't depend on applause. And when the time is right, when the move is complete, when the results are undeniable, that's when you speak. Not to brag, not to boast, but to let the work stand on its own. Move smart, move discipline, move in silence. Because the less people know about your next move, the less they can interfere with it. And the more focused you stay, the more powerful your outcome will be. Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about something that makes people uncomfortable keeping your income and financial plans secret. Money is powerful, not just because of what it can buy, but because of how it changes energy. The moment people believe you're making more, saving more, or planning bigger, something shifts. Expectations shift, attitudes shift, even relationships shift. That's why you have to be wise about who gets access to your financial world. When you start talking openly about your income, you invite comparison. Some people will measure themselves against you. Some will feel inspired, but others will feel insecure. And insecurity has a strange way of turning into jealousy. Jealousy doesn't always show up loud. Sometimes it shows up as distance. Sometimes as subtle negativity. Sometimes as quiet competition. Protecting your financial information protects your peace. There's another danger in exposing your financial growth too early. People begin to assign responsibility to you that you never agreed to carry. Suddenly you're the loan provider, you're the emergency fund, you're the solution to everybody's poor planning. And if you say no, you're selfish. If you hesitate, you've changed. That pressure can drain you mentally and financially. Wealth is not just about making money, it's about managing it wisely. And wisdom requires privacy. When you're building financially, especially in the early stages, your plans are fragile. You're learning about investing. You're studying opportunities. You're making adjustments. Not every move will be perfect. Not every idea will work. If you announce every investment, every business idea, every financial goal, you create unnecessary noise. People will question you, doubt you, give advice you didn't ask for, and too much outside input can confuse your direction. Silence creates clarity. When your financial strategy is private, you can focus. You can research without pressure. You can fail quietly and recover smarter. You can take calculated risks without feeling like the world is watching your balance sheet. Financial growth requires discipline, and discipline thrives in privacy. Another reason to keep your income secret is safety. Not everyone around you needs to know what you earn. Information is power. The wrong person with the wrong information can create real problems. Sometimes protection isn't about paranoia. It's about prudence. You worked hard for what you have. Guard it. Now understand this. Being private about your money doesn't mean being stingy. It doesn't mean you don't help people. It means you help from a place of wisdom, not pressure. It means you give because you choose to, not because you feel obligated. True generosity is strongest when it comes from stability, not guilt. There's also something powerful about quiet wealth. When you don't feel the need to prove your success through possessions or announcements, you operate differently. You move with confidence instead of ego. You invest instead of impress. Too many people go broke trying to look rich. They want the applause, they want the image. But real financial success isn't loud. It's secure. Let people underestimate you. Let them think you're just doing okay. Meanwhile, you're saving, you're investing, you're planning, you're building assets, you're setting up a future that doesn't depend on approval. The quieter you build your financial foundation, the stronger it becomes. Money reveals character, but privacy protects it. When you keep your income and financial plans to yourself, you remove unnecessary drama. You remove comparison. You remove entitlement. And what you're left with is focus. Focus on growth. Focus on strategy. Focus on legacy. Because real wealth isn't about what people think you have. It's about what you quietly build, protect, and multiply when nobody's counting your pockets but you. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go deeper. Keep your weaknesses secret. Now listen carefully because this one requires balance. I'm not telling you to pretend you don't have flaws. I'm not telling you to walk around acting perfect. Every human being has weaknesses. Every successful person you admire has struggled with something. The key is not denying your weaknesses. It's being selective about who gets access to them. When you expose your vulnerabilities to the wrong people, you hand them ammunition. Not everybody who listens to your struggles is listening to help you heal. Some are listening to measure you, some are listening to judge you, and some are listening so they can use that information later. That's the reality of the world we live in. Energy is not always pure. There's a difference between transparency and overexposure. Transparency builds trust in the right relationships. Overexposure creates risk in the wrong ones. If you tell everybody where you're insecure, where you lack confidence, where you failed before, you may start to see those same weaknesses reflected back at you in moments that matter. People might remind you of your past when you're trying to step into your future. They might question your ability because they know your fear. Your weaknesses should be worked on quietly, not hidden out of shame, but protected during development. Think about it like this. When you're injured physically, you don't go back into the game immediately and show everyone where it hurts. You step aside, you treat it, you strengthen it, you recover, then you return stronger. Emotional and mental weaknesses deserve the same process. When you're battling self-doubt, when you're trying to build confidence, when you're overcoming bad habits, you need a safe environment. That environment is not social media. It's not the opinion of 20 different people. It's not casual conversations with acquaintances. It's a small circle, a mentor, a trusted friend, someone who genuinely wants to see you win and has proven their loyalty. Because here's the truth. The world respects strength. And strength isn't pretending you don't struggle. Strength is handling your struggle responsibly. It's saying, I'm working on this instead of broadcasting, this is where I'm broken. Growth is powerful, but growth is fragile in the early stages. If you let too many opinions into your healing process, you can confuse yourself. You can start believing you're more damaged than you actually are. Another thing about weaknesses, if you constantly talk about them, you reinforce them. Words are powerful. What you repeat, you believe. If you keep telling people,